Okay, introduce yourself, Jeff. I'm pleased to have you from AARP here.
Hi, my name is Jeff McElka. I'm with AARP. I work in the Thought Leadership Group, and our focus is to try to stimulate innovation that benefits people over 50. We're working with startups and investors to try to get the word out about the needs and wants of people over 50.
And you were here at the Boomer Conference today, and what's your takeaway?
So this is my fifth maybe, Boomer Ventures Summit, and keeps getting better every year. The energy this year to me is even higher than it has been in the past. There are more investors in the room, a lot of angels. Mary's done a great job of reaching out to the angel network to get them interested in this space. And the content and the quality of the startups just keeps getting better and better.
Terrific. If you had to give some advice to somebody that was 50 plus,
sure.
I haven't seen an article in the magazine yet about doing a startup, but I know that you have the Life Reimagined, which is fabulous, and the Work Reimagined, both of those. That's kind of cool. But what is what's the biggest question you get from anybody who wants to do a startup for this crowd?
The original charter of Thought Leadership was to try and encourage activity both by the 50 plus to be more successful as entrepreneurs and innovators, but also for the 50 plus, so people of any age that wanted to innovate and help the quality of life for people over 50. I think right now on both of those fronts, to your point, is why isn't the investment community jumping in on this and backing these people?
Right.
And there's been some healthy debate in certain areas, whether it be on TechCrunch or there's an interesting article over last summer in Fast Company about sort of the different demographics of the entrepreneurs and then the funders that entrepreneurs like to, the entrepreneurs that funders like to back in Silicon Valley, and how there is a lack of something around mature entrepreneurs. I guess my advice would be keep at it. We are hearing from different sets of investors that they are now looking towards having someone with business experience, domain experience, when they're looking to back companies now, because there's enough young people, nothing against what their efforts are doing, but that to pair, and sometimes they're matchmaking and pairing a younger person.
Which is what I totally believe in. Yeah, this idea of the gray hairs and peach fuzz do mix.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yeah, that's excellent. But at the same time, too, that's dealing on companies that are trying to look for venture backing and scale. We're also very interested within AARP is empowering sole proprietorships or even partnerships or franchising. What are the best ways for people to make money as they mature and decide to do different things in their lives and maybe even change their lifestyles, or in some cases it's imposed upon them, whether by downsizing and things like that. And in those senses, we help, and we're working with Kaufman on a specialized
the Kaufman Foundation. We're the one that some of the statistics I was saying that if you're over 50, you have twice the chance of going into 3.5 years versus a company started by a 20-year-old.
Yeah, there's things like that. I mean, and their statistics also show that there are more entrepreneurs that are between the ages of 45 and 65, if you will, than under 20, which makes some sense. Again, though, these aren't your Facebooks, they're not your Mark Zuckerberg. But these are people that are creating lifestyle businesses or just sustainable businesses that are
10,000 new businesses a month, right? Created by over the 50 crowds. So.
I haven't heard.
Yeah, it's really terrific. In addition to, of course, how many people turning 65 every day.
Yeah, it's a lot. So I think there's a great opportunity there. I think too, as these networks build, there will be companies that are owned by mature entrepreneurs that are working with other companies that are owned by mature entrepreneurs. And we get ecosystems that happen within other larger ecosystems.
I think we saw some funding even last week or the week before of someone getting a fund that was for Boomer projects.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and so I want to check that out myself. But it's an exciting time, and I know you guys have done a lot of resources. You're at a lot of different conferences now, right? And do you have something for the fall at the AARP conference where there'll be anything on startups or investment or on entrepreneurship?
Our group is now putting together a program that'll be focused on health and wellness technology that's consumer-oriented. Our hope is to expose and educate some of our members, consumers of a lot of these things, about different companies and different solutions that are out there. We imagine, much like our Boston event in May, that there'll be an industry component that comes around to participate in that. We're not consciously setting up an industry-focused thing. I know within some of the content tracks there will be sessions and other information around creating your own business, starting your own business, changing, rebranding yourself.
Right.
So work issues with that for our members, for people over 50.
Can you just define innovation? What is it? Just another new idea, or?
No, I think it has to be, for me, in my personal, you hear different slices of it, disruptive, incremental, that sort of stuff. For me, the difference between invention and innovation is something that is truly shifting the way that things are done now, or could be done in the future, whether it be by a business model or a distribution model or a technology model that impacts a large-scale amount of people.
Very good. Thanks.